Good morning, everyone. Good evening. Buonasera. Welcome to you all. Thanks for joining me. Just did an audio check. Sounds like we're good. Thank you for all joining me. This is Shep, aka Space Cowboy. I will be leading you this morning on commentary. So really excited about today for the first race of the season for Tier 1 at Performance Racing League. This is the Australian GP. Really looking forward to it. If you're just joining me, good morning, good evening, buonasera, wherever you are. Glad you've made it to come on board with me and see what Tier 1 can produce. I am seeing in the chat that we are having full wet this morning, so that should make it very interesting come race time, as we are qualifying under fully dry conditions, and then we'll be racing on the wets. So we're on board with T-Widow right now, who I believe is the first one out of the garage. So let's follow along here. So I stand corrected. It looks like Sig is going to be the first one here to go out on his hot lap. So let's follow along with the reserve driver who is in the Mercedes this weekend. Should be an interesting race. We had some really great action from Tier 2 yesterday. Not my best performance of my life, but overall some really great action, some first-time podium winners, and a really great drive by Nero to snag the first win of the season in Tier 2. So we're hoping today we will have a similar quality of race. The rain should make this one very interesting. These guys will be qualifying all on softs, as they will not be required to use the tires that they qualified on, as we will be entering the race on the either inters or full wets, not 100% sure which yet. So might as well go out there on the softs and give it your best lap. No reason to go for strategy on the mediums here. Stevie the TV, actually, excuse me, I missed his lap. He was the first one with a 122. Can't imagine that's going to hold. Let's see, we got someone in the comments. Rain again. Yes, Sparkplug, we do have rain again this afternoon or this morning, depending on where you are. So far we have 3 laps in. Deneau in the Renault, 121 flat, 122.4 from Stevie the TV, and 124 from Segang. Disgruntled puts up a 122.8. Really good lap from him. Let's see who's going to be the next to cross the line. Yuppie with a 128. He must have had some sort of issue there, like a spin. We know we can do better. Terrible puts in a really quick lap with a 121.520. Well done to him. King IGD immediately comes in with a 121.3. Really nice lap there. Looks like Young Ants is about to come to the line. Let's see what Young Ants puts up. Frosty puts in a 122.3. Oh, excuse me. Young Ants going on the out lap, so he is now on his hot lap. So we still have Deneau at the pole position with a 121.0. I think that is probably going to be beat based on some of the pace of these guys, especially with track evolution in the second run at it. Joe, what's up? Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for the nice comment. Probably wasn't my best run yesterday, but you know, unfortunately some incidents beyond my control, and probably not the best driving on my part. Carrot Dude, yeah, I don't know if it's rained in Australia in real life. Not sure, can't think of one off the top of my head, but maybe someone that has been watching Formula 1 longer than I have, or has a couple of years on me, could tell us the answer to that. If you're in the chat and you know if it's ever rained in Australia in real life, let us know. I'm watching the comments, so I'll be sure to tune in to fill in everybody else. So there it is. Will Ands with a 127, I believe. Tough to tell with the purple text, but really great lap from Will the Thrill there. that is the first one in the 120s. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple more of those. Ankbank with a 123. Look at Will Ann's getting a little creative with the racing line there, invalidating his lap on purpose. So let's see, who else is on a hot lap right now? Let's follow along with Liakos, who just purpled Sector 1, so that's really good from him. Let's see what kind of lap he can throw down. Liakos didn't have his best week last week, if I recall. And I think he'll be looking for some redemption here today in the Williams. Andrew says Mark Webber's first race was a wet race, so that's interesting. I don't remember what year that would have been, but so there has been a wet Australia before. We're getting 2 this weekend here in PRL. Looks like Liakos is putting together a pretty tidy lap. Don't think his second sector was as quick as his first, but we'll see if he can challenge the top 5 here. Definitely seems possible given his raw pace. Not quite. So 9th there for Liakos with a 121.8. So after purpling Sector 1, he's got some work to do in Sectors 2 and 3 to stick with the big guys. Welcome to everyone. If you're just now joining us, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We are glad you all are here. Let's see who else is on a hot lap right now. It looks like let's follow along with Stevie the TV here. He's one of our newer drivers in PRL. See what he can put together on this lap. So he's 3 laps on these softs. Have to imagine he's going to be bailing out of one of these laps soon. Not really sure there's too much reason to keep running on these softs. I know they'll be switching to a wet race tire, but he's not going to get his best lap on this three lap old set of softs. For those in the commentary who are asking who is on commentary for Premier, that will be Terrible and So Amor, who is a Tier 2 reserve. Excuse me, that was for Tier 2 yesterday. So yeah, for Premier, I still believe it's Terrible, and we will get someone else, I think, on there as well. I'm struggling to recall who it is at this moment. So Steve the TV does bail out of that lap, as I thought he might. Liakos comes in as well. Let's see. Let's follow along with Disgruntled. He's about to start a hot lap. Gets a little wide, gets a little bit of the dirt there. Let's follow along with him. He is currently 13th, but I think he'll be looking a little better than that after showing some really good pace in Tier 2 last season. He has now made the step up as a full-time Tier 1 driver, and will be looking to grab a higher qualifying spot than that. It's amazing how close the competition here is in Tier 1. Not that much difference from the pole position all the way down to the slowest of the hot laps. Do think the guys in the 123s have more pace than that, and that gap will probably come down even further. So T Widow, wow, puts in a pole lap 123.21. Great stuff from him, and unfortunately missed it. And then he's immediately beaten by KDSX with a 120.153 while we're on board here with Disgruntled. Really great stuff from both of them. And that puts us with 4 guys in the 120s. I think there'll probably be a few more. I think we could see definitely Dano and maybe King IGD, as well as Terrible, get in on that as well and join those in the 120s, challenging for the top 5 on the grid. So we are here on with Disgruntled as he goes through Sector 3. Let's see what kind of time he puts up. Good exit there on the last corner. See if he can improve his time. That is now 15th. He does, moves him up to 12th. Okay, good stuff from him. So let's go on board with Terrible, who is currently going through Sector 2 on a hot lap. Let's see if he can improve on his time. He'll certainly want to. And a purple Sector 2 there from Terrible, so really good stuff. I could definitely see Terrible moving a little further up the field here after this lap. Oh, goes a little wide. So he invalidates the lap there. That's really unfortunate. Going through Sector 3, he invalidates that lap, and it looks like he was set for a really good one. So he's going to bail out of that and go ahead and come in for a fresh set of the soft PRL tires and give it another run. So let's see who's coming around Sector 3 right now. So this is Yuppie, the Tier 2 champion from last season. He is coming around on this hot lap, see if what he can improve from 9th. He does, so he moves up to 7th with a 121.4. That's a pretty good lap from the Yuppie. I think that's about as good as a lap as we're going to see from him. He is a very quick driver, but with the step up in tier this season, we will see if he can improve on that, but really good stuff from him. So let's go on board with Dano, who is currently finishing up Sector 2, coming into Sector 3. He was the first person on pole when we started this. Let's see as he goes through Tier 3. Looks like he is bailing out of this lap and letting someone else by. Perhaps he will go back into the pits, or if he's just going to make another hot lap after these cars have passed him. I'm not sure, but he's bailing out of this one. He hasn't invalidated, so I'm not entirely sure what the move is here, but let's stick with him and see if he pulls into the pits or if he's going to go for a hot lap here. Alright, it does look like he's going to go for a hot lap here, so let's stick on board with Dano for a little bit, see what he can do here. So we have a yellow flag in Sector 3. Not sure what happened. Looks like maybe one of the Alpha Towers was having a bit of trouble. But looks like so far Dano's putting together a pretty tidy lap, using the curbs there on both sides there. Managed to maintain his pace through that tricky corner where you can take it flat out if you get the angle right. Really great circuit here at Melbourne. Somewhat of a street circuit, but has some of the characteristics of a more circuit by design. Makes for really enjoyable racing. Although it's a street circuit, it's not as tight as Monaco per se, but it does have the ability to cause some serious wrecks. And really unfortunate there for Dano. So right after purpling Sector 1 in that 11-12 combo of turns, he invalidates the lap and then goes wide in the grass here in Sector 3. So that is unfortunate for him. So let's see who else we can go on board with here. The King IGD is coming around on his hot lap. Let's see what kind of time he can put up. He is a really quick driver. So that moves him up to 5th with a 128.37. As I predicted, he does get into the 120s. I could see probably Dano doing the same as well if he's able to get another hot lap. We have 4 minutes here left in qualifying, and looks like Young Ants invalidated another lap here. So let's see who is on a hot lap that we can follow along with here. Stevie the TV currently going through Sector 2. I'm not sure if that's a glitch, but purple Sector 2 for him. That seems unlikely, but very well could be possible. As he comes into Sector 3 going around the Williams, and he goes wide into the grass. Ooh, really unfortunate for him. If that purple Sector 1 was legitimate, then it's all gone to waste there, as he brings those tires up to heat and then has to bail out of the lap after going off multiple times there. So let's see who is on a fresh hot lap here. Frosty has 1, so let's go on board with Fender. Fender, oh, there's disgruntled, looked like maybe having a bit of contact with someone. Fender is driving as a reserve today for the Alfa Romeo. Let's watch